Good morning, everyone. It's South Street Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. What's it? It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for us. Do you know what I mean? We got a new belief within the football club. The fan base, are they ever going to get on side? Do you know what? I don't want to talk too much about the fan base. Parts of the fan base, I don't think they're ever going to unite. It's all about I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. You know, it's like there's some sort of a kind of, let me just turn this off. There's like some kind of award for Erik Ten Hag being sacked, and those people who said Erik Ten Hag's going to be sacked. Let me tell you a little story about football, right? Managers get sacked. That's what happens in football. There's no Sir Alex Ferguson days anymore. Eventually, manager's going to get sacked. Definitely. I even think Arteta will eventually be sacked. That is football at the end of the day, you know. But the problem is, you know what? People are too intent on thinking, oh, look, you know what? I'm right. I told you guys in the mud, blah, 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 all this rubbish. And the abuse that people are getting online, the cursing, the slandering, it's disgusting. But let me tell you something. We're all about Manchester United, guys. It's all about Manchester United. We're going to get a new manager. And through my sources, not Heinz source, definitely not Heinz source, we will have Ruben Amorim will be the new Manchester United manager. Within today or tomorrow, he will be through the door, guys. So don't be surprised by today, the end of hours today, or even midday. It might even be earlier than that. Or tomorrow, Ruben Amorim will be announced as the new Manchester United manager. Trust it for me, my friends. Trust it for me. I hope you're all doing well. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Let me just read some of your comments. Until the manager makes an official statement, I consider it all speculation and when the manager's going to be. Yeah. Rasta Socks, he has higher contacts at the club, which is why he's right about Ten Hag. I know, you would have thought people would learn by now, isn't it? I haven't been wrong all summer. Goodness. Hello, Hobart. Hello, Sandra. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is fine with you. Welcome. Good morning, Desmond. How are you doing, my friend? Desmond, it's been a long time, my friend. Been a long time. How you doing, my friend? Hope it's good. Hi, Sniper Man. How you feeling, bro? Hope you're doing well. Sonny Milan, how's good, man? How you doing, bruv? How's things? Long time no see, Sonny. How's your family, first of all? How's your family? Hope you're doing well. Yo, Salja, bless up, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope everything is fine. So, today or tomorrow, Ruben Amorim will be announced as the Manchester United manager, with Nagelsmann becoming a little bit tricky to get that deal over the line. It's a little bit tricky to get that deal over the line because he's currently the manager of Germany. And Germany have a World Cup coming. So he doesn't want to miss the World Cup. I don't think anyone would want to miss the World Cup, to be honest. But will Manchester United be a huge enticement for him? Will it attract him? Will he leave his German post and sacrifice the World Cup? Do you think that can happen? I don't know. But all that matters is about Manchester United. Manchester United being back. Fan base uniting again. Come on, guys. It's all about that. That's what we want, guys. We want that positivity back in our football club. We don't want this negativity anymore. We've had too much of it, haven't we? Had too much of it. Will Amorim be a coach or we have the veto over transfers? It depends. Talks are ongoing with his representatives, Al Mac. That is going to be the stumbling block, of course. Ineos do like to take charge. They want to take charge of the transfers. They want to take charge of the team selection. We'll have to wait and see the stipulations of the contract. But here is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. But I do believe that they'll come to some kind of agreement, whether today or tomorrow we'll get the agreement. I, for one, am very, very pleased about Amorim. I think he's a fantastic manager. I think he's a brilliant manager. An up-and-coming manager, 39 years old. You know what I mean? A lot to learn. But one thing we have to do, guys, we have to be patient with this guy. He's young. You know what? He's going to put his philosophy in. He does play a three at the back, so we're going to have to cope with that, of course, guys. But one thing about his football teams is that they score a lot of goals. You know, I know it is the Portuguese league. But they do score a lot of goals, his football team. So, you know what? We're not scoring any goals. I would like a manager to score some goals. We haven't had enough goals for the last few months. You know, it's become annoying, hasn't it? Desmond, am I fine being back at school? So no time to interact. I know, Desmond, best of luck on your endeavors, my friend. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, though, Des. Good to see you, bro. Actually, United have talked to Ruben about the are you sure they will be announced today or tomorrow, Sniper Man? Today or tomorrow it will be announced. The talks have been going before Erik Ten Hag was sacked. Let's not forget that. But you know what? I would say if it doesn't today or tomorrow, there's obviously some stipulations within the contract. It could be by Friday, it'll be announced to the media, to the world. But I firmly believe that he's very close to being Manchester United manager, with Nagelsmann being second place at the moment because of obviously Nagelsmann's commitments to Germany, etc. Of course, guys, of course. That's why I hope we get rid of these scrub players, bruv. I hope so as well, man. I hope so. We hope we do get rid of these scrubs. I hope we get rid of these players. You know what? One of those players are going to have to be sacrificed in the team because Ruben Amorim plays a different formation. He plays a three at the back. So that means one attacker has to be sacrificed. So who's it going to be? I mean, I know who I'll get rid of. I know there's a few players there have been there a few years that I would get rid of, and you guys know it. You can guess who the players are, to be honest with you. The ones I would want to get rid of. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I really want to get rid of is those dud fans. You know, those fans who are celebrating Erik Ten Hag being sacked. Those fans, you know what I mean? They're taking a swipe at the fans who are supporting their manager. What a football fan is supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Absolute clowns, a lot of them at the end of the day. I don't know where they belong. I don't think they deserve football, to be honest with you. Absolutely not. Ciao, morning, y'all. Trust me, some of the players are fit to wear the shirt, wear the next 3 or 4 games. Trust me, some of the players will be fit. Absolutely. Wouldn't that be a coincidence, Ciao? Wouldn't that be a coincidence if Luke Shaw comes out of retirement to play for Manchester United? Imagine that. Imagine he comes out of retirement to play for Manchester United. I was saying that as a joke earlier, Chow, but I got a little bit of backlash from it. Do you know what I mean? So I took it down. But definitely, imagine that, you know what, the players start coming back, the fitnesses start working. But one thing is for sure, and Amorim and the Nagelsmann, they run their teams to the ground. They run their teams to the ground. So these players need to run. You know, they think running with Ten Hag is bad enough. You know, they're not going to get any light work from Ruben Diaz or Nagelsmann, Ruben Amorim or Nagelsmann. Absolutely not. You know, at the end of the day, I know that they want Ruud van Nistelrooy. I know that they want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's what they want because they can take a holiday, can take a break, and take it easy. Mates rates. Of course, Sniper Ruben starts with 4-2-4, changes formation mid-game. He's a good manager, Sniper Man. Very good. Best up-and-coming manager in Europe, I believe. I believe he was one of the candidates to take over the Real Madrid job after Ancelotti. So, you know, I'm very excited. He was one on my top of my list. Amorim retained the Erik Ten Hag assistants, or will he assist on his own people? This is the thing. This is the thing. This is a good question, Mac. Whether he gets his own people in. It does look like that Rene Hake and Ruud van Nistelrooy's tenure at Manchester United could be over. If Amorim walks into the club, he's going to bring his own team in there. And you know what? That's sad. But you know what? That is football. That's football and that's business at the end of the day. He's going to want his own team in there. You know what? We have to give him the best chance to succeed. We have to give him the best chance to succeed. And by do that, it is by actually having his own team in there. Have his own team in there. That's what I would say. Desmond Ruben looks good option, but I would have gone for the German manager. The German manager is a difficult one, Desmond, because of his Germany commitments. Of course, it is the World Cup next year. After this season, after next season, it is the World Cup. So you know what, he's not going to want to miss the World Cup. But that is a year away. That is a year away. Don't be surprised if anything goes wrong with the Amorim appointment. It will be Nagelsmann. It looks like Nagelsmann. I like Nagelsmann myself as well. Of course, you know what, a young lad as well, 37 years old. You know, I like him as well. But you know what, Amorim and Nagelsmann, good options for Manchester United. Good options for Manchester United. And then Xavi, it would be after that. Scholes doesn't like Amorim. He suggested alternatives. Paul Scholes, I wouldn't read into too much what Paul Scholes says. Working for Sky Sports and stuff like that, I wouldn't read too much. I mean, we got people. Look, Amorim hasn't even taken over Man United yet, and we got people online saying that, oh, you know, Amorim this, Amorim that. For crying out loud, give the guy a chance. You know, this is the problem. This is the problem that we're having. This is the problem that Man United have going forward. We have media outlets, we have fans, etc. I don't want Amorim. I don't want him. He's rubbish. And then, you know what? Just let it breathe. Let the guy take over Manchester United first. This is what I mean. You know, and at the end of the day, this is what happened with Ten Hag right from the beginning. I don't want Ten Hag. You know, I want Pochettino. And this is what happened. And it carried on and it carried on and it resonated all the way up until this present day. You know, so at the end of the day, listen, whatever the manager will be. And what you should do is support the manager. We don't care who it is, right? As long as the manager has the best interest of the football club at heart at the end of the day. I think it would be Amorim. I think it's today or tomorrow or by Friday if the negotiations. But I'm thinking today or tomorrow. I'm predicting an announcement will be made. Also, Luke Shaw can play a wing-back, centre-back. We can't forget that. Absolutely, Sniper Man. That's a good shout. He can play the left. He plays there quite well, to be honest with you. It's not too bad. But would you trust Luke Shaw, Sniper Man? Would you trust Luke Shaw to play in that position after he's been injured for all this time? If he suddenly miraculously comes back to the football team, Would you trust this guy? I don't know. I don't know if I could trust this guy. As much as Erik Ten Hag made a lot of mistakes, 2 trophies, 2 seasons, absolutely, Rasta. And that is what class is about. We are a classy fan base, and it's all about praising the manager and his achievements. It didn't work out for him. Perhaps it was out of his depth. You know what? We say that. But at the end of the day, we thank Erik Ten Hag for all he has achieved at Manchester United. There are people out there lack class, right? They don't have class. I don't know whether they were raised by their mothers or they're raised by wolves. I don't know what they were raised by, but at the end of the day, they got no class and they can't talk, you know, anything nice about anyone. So I guess that they should just keep quiet, you know what I mean, and follow something else, perhaps try and become a personality online. But yeah, they don't have a personality, unfortunately, guys. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let me have a look. So you think we have more chance to sign Gutierrez? I know you love Gutierrez. I don't know about Gutierrez at the moment. No rumors about Gutierrez, a sniper man at the moment, but he is a good striker. Of course, we do need a striker to score some goals, of course, but I trust Rasmus. And let's see what happens under the new manager. Guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not jump. Let's not start talking about transfers when it is October, guys. You know, we can't sign anyone at the moment. Anything that's going to happen will be during the summer. If it was a Gutierrez, it will be during the summer. It'll be during the summer. The only thing with Amorim and the stipulation with Amorim is that whether he would want to take charge of Manchester United in the mid-season. That is going to be a complicated thing. Ineos want a manager now. They want a manager to take over now, to take the team up the table. If not, it will be Ruud van Nistelrooy until the end of the season, until an Amorim or Nagelsmann can come into the football club. But I'm guessing, and through what I've heard, it is this week that Amorim will be a Manchester United manager. I want at least Ruud in the coaching staff. I do as well, Snapperman, but you know what? It's up to Amorim, isn't it? I don't know what Amorim's going to decide, but you know what? It's sad that Ruud van Nistelrooy has to leave so early. He has to, he has just signed for the football club. I really like Ruud van Nistelrooy, of course, and I would like him to keep his position in the football club as a striker coach, because I think he is doing a good job. Regardless of what people are saying, he's doing a good job. It's not the strikers that are missing the chances. It's the defenders at the end of the day, So at the end of the day, I would say, keep him. I would like that. Rennie Haki will have to go, of course. Alman, hopefully Amorim brings Osman Diomanda with him from his old club. Young Strawball, a centre back, plays for Maguire. Absolutely, Alman. There's a number of players, but he's also got that 19-year-old who plays as a number 10, hasn't he? He's got a good team there. And one thing about Ruben Amorim, he believes in youth, guys. He believes in youth and he brings through youth. That is what I'm excited about, and you know what? That is what's good about it, because, we got a great conveyor belt of youth players coming through the system at the moment, and we should be excited as Manchester United fans. We should be excited, because things are going to get better. Things can only get better. They are going to get better, guys, because Manchester United are coming back, guys. And all you guys who are slandering us, who are putting us in the mud, all you rival fans, all you media outlets, you're going to get it. We got receipts, guys. Big receipts. Absolutely. Do you think Ruud will remain? I'm not sure, Chow. It depends on Ruben Amorim, of course, guys. Chow, it depends on him. The negotiations are still going on, so we're going to have to wait and see. I would like him to stay at Manchester United in some capacity, of course. I would love that, because you know what? Ruud van Nistelrooy all day long, of course. Big up, everyone. Big up, Randy. How you doing? How you feeling, Randy? You feeling a bit better? Are you feeling any better? Big up, Sal. Big up, Sajis. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up. Looks like Amorim could be on his way. Yeah, I've already said it, Kenny. If you go back to the show, mate, you need to concentrate and stop calling people a disease, mate. I'll tell you that right now. Call people disease one more time. Absolutely. Big up. Out back. Can you describe the Amorim style of play? Amorim style of play is basically a 5. He plays a 3 at the back. Well, 5. It turns into a 5 with the 2-1-2. So he'll have 2 midfielders in there. 2 sitting midfielders, so it'll probably be a Casemiro and Ugarte, and then actually the number 10 will be probably a Bruno, or an Ericsson, something like that, with 2 up front. Right, he's a goal scorer and he plays with wingers. So basically a Dalot, and you have obviously a Mazraoui or Luke Shaw when he comes back, bombing up that wing. He'll be bombing up that wing, mate, and basically getting crosses in. He believes in that. Playing 2 up front is very important, because when you play 2 up front, the wingers are more inclined to cross. So we're not going to have any greedy wingers anymore. The problem we're going to have is that one of the players up front is going to have to be sacrificed. Whether that's Garnacho, whether that is Rashford, whether that is Ahmad's already sacrificed. He never plays. Whether that's Ahmad, whether it's Anthony, or whoever it is, guys. One of those strikers need to be sacrificed. So it could be Garnacho, it could be Rashford, most likely. One of those have to step out of the team. Who would you take out of that team to sacrifice for Amorim's formation, guys? Of course, guys. Who would you? Big up. I will give him 3 games. Randy, I love you, Randy, man. I take Turcic. Big up, big up, big up. He's good. Yeah, absolutely. Scholes avoided talking to you in the playing days. Now he talks a lot. He saved it all in for all those years, Brian. He saved it all in for all those years. He saved it in, mate. Absolutely. He saved it in. Absolutely. Hope these incoming manager gives our quality players like Amas, Ahmad, and Ugarte a chance to play. We could, Sachis. He could. You never know. I'm really excited, Sachis. It's a time to be positive. It's a time to be happy. It's not a time to be slandering anyone. It's not a time to be calling out names. It's a time to be classy. It's a time to think about the future, and it's a time to thank Erik Ten Hag what he done for Manchester United. That is what classy people do, right? That is what classy people do. We don't want people fighting with each other, dissing each other. I'm right, you're wrong. I was right last season. You know what? They were right this season, apparently. I did say give him till, obviously, Halloween, and I was right at the end of the day. You know what? I've been saying for the last few weeks that Erik Ten Hag could lose his job in Halloween, and I was right, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You know what? A lot of people come on this channel and stuff. They act like they know things when they don't know things. I've been on channels where they don't know things, but they act like they know things. You know what I mean? There with their 40,000 bots and things like that. Do you know what I mean? That is what they do. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I say it as it is, and I speak the gospel. I will always speak the gospel. And if it needs to be said, it will be said, mate. Absolutely. Goals for George. Absolutely. Cannot get excited about any manager again unless those flake players sold. Amarim will be destroyed like the rest, and the 10 years by the end of the season, he would have grey hair. Goals for George by the end of the season. He'll have his grey hairs like me. He would have a grey hairs like me. Absolutely. I posted on my Twitter today that, you know what, he looks like David Blaine. You know what? Because we do need a magician to change Manchester United fortunes at the moment, because the way we're going at the moment, it is absolutely mad. The way Manchester United are moving at the moment. Of course, Kenny, Ten Hag was simply out of his depth. You're out of your depth as a fan, mate. Definitely. Absolutely. Definitely. Now the chapter's closed. Move on. Exactly. Like you're being moved on, mate. Move on, man. You're boring. Lang Shanyu. Manchester United are the club where football managers go to die. It is disappointing that Ruben Amorim's time has come. Add another soul to the Walking Dead. Soon he will be taken too early. Lang, thank you for joining the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, my friend. I agree. You know what? Where football managers, you know what? We got a curse going on at Manchester United, and we need to get rid of this curse. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just superstitious. Maybe that's me. But we need to move on with this curse. You know what I mean? You know, and we need to understand that this manager needs to be given time, because I know that a lot of people in the comments, you know what, when Ruben Amorim takes charge of Manchester United, if he takes charge within the next week or so, you know what, he's going to have to be given time. He's a young manager. He's 39 years old. We do need a lot of those players to be leaving the club very soon. We need to have a lot of those clubs leaving the club very, very soon, guys. Absolutely. Rude is part of the problem, if there is one. I'm not sure about Rude. I love Rude Van Nistelrooy. I'm not going to say anything too discriminating against Rude Van Nistelrooy. I love Rude Van Nistelrooy, of course. Big up. Bruno, Shaw, Rashford, Lindelof, Maguire. Those are the 4 players can't be trusted. Absolutely, Chow, my friend. I love it, because you're coming out with the constructive comments, my friend. Love it. Big up. Yes, we do need to get rid of a lot of these players. A lot of these players do need to go, guys. They need to go. They need to get out of here. They need to get out of here, these guys, because at the end of the day, you know what? We've had too many players. They've been there for years. They've been down tooling. Who've got rid of, obviously, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, you know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ragnick, you know, Ryan Giggs, you name it, Michael Carrick. How many managers have we had this last few years, of course? Absolutely. Kenny, behave. Kenny, listen, Kenny, listen. If Kenny doesn't behave, I'm going to get him a listen, right? I lose my followers when he comes on my streams, right? But I don't care. You know what? If he wants to be an arse, he can be an arse. At the end of the day, he's calling people with a disease that was supporting Erik Ten Hag, this man. At the end of the day, listen, guys, listen, I bloody lost subscribers having that guy on my stream. That guy's a clown. You know, you need to fix yourself up. Fix yourself up. Bloody hell. Like sitting there. Oh my God, they've scored. Oh my God, they have scored a goal. Oh God. Fuck off, man. We have some energy here, man. Some energy. That's what it's all about, guys. Come on. You, bloody hell, East London in the house, man. Proper energy, guys. That's what it's all about on this channel. Big up. Lindelof, so it's time to go. Absolutely agree, Rasta Socks. Absolutely. The process is over, Joe Blackman. I know it's over, mate. Who do you want as manager, Joe? It's Amorim. It's going to be today or tomorrow, guys. I know Nagelsmann is a favourite. He's one of my favorites. I like the Gelsman, but he's got Germany commitments. He's got Germany commitments at the moment. Do you know what I mean? He's got those Germany commitments. So you know what? He's not going to want to miss a World Cup, is he? He's not going to want to miss a World Cup. Bruno needs to be dropped from the starting line. I agree, Charles. But is he gonna be dropped? Is he gonna be dropped though? That is the key question. Will the new manager drop him? Will the new manager drop him? Absolutely. Hope so. It's still not fixed when the Amorim comes in. He's United's loyal Sporting, so there's a possibility of him coming next season. That might have answered. Anything can happen at the moment. Everything is up in the air. But I'm hearing that he is already accepted to come to Manchester United. Whether he comes now or he comes next season, it depends on him, you know, because at the end of the day, he is midway through the season with Sporting Lisbon. But you know what? I believe it'll be today. Ineos basically want a manager now. They want a manager in now. You know what I mean? They want a manager in now. Absolutely. Sniper Man, my mate said Mourinho could come back. As he said in his interview, he was that dumb. Best pay 400. If he doesn't come back. Listen, guys, I'll give you a little story about Jose Mourinho, yeah? I was sitting on the Sir Alex Ferguson stand in front next to the bench, right? I was sitting there, right? And listen, I was sitting there, and you know what? It was Crystal Palace 0, Manchester United 0, right? And I don't know who it was. It was Lukaku or something made a mistake, right? And Jose Mourinho turned around to the bench and he went, "You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?" To the bench, to his own players. How are they going to be inspired by something like that? Come on. How are they going to be inspired by some nonsense like that? Come on, guys. Madness. Absolutely. I assume Amorim's English is better than Erik Ten Hag. Probably, yeah. Probably. That is one thing about Erik Ten Hag. He didn't grasp the English language, didn't he? He didn't grasp it. Kenny, it wasn't me. Sal told you behave. Who told you to behave? He has to behave, Joe. He needs to behave. You know what? This guy, listen, he's a kid. He doesn't know nothing about Manchester United, right? Listen, 40 years, guys. I know I look fresh, but it is 40 years I've been sporting this Manchester United, right? Listen, I don't want any people calling anyone disease, whether they're Erik Ten Hag in, Erik Ten Hag out. I see everything, man. I'm the all-seeing guy, you prick. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, look, I see everything, Kenny. You know what I mean? So, you know what? Behave, and behave. Sorry about my language, guys. I can't help myself. I'm buzzing, guys. It's morning here. What's the time here? It's 11:23 in the morning. It's 11:23. Morning, everyone. Please, Eliza. Big up, Grayo. How you doing, you legend? We are there, mate. It's all about moving forward. It's all about moving forward, of course. Absolutely. By the way, my friend follows Bayern and watches La Liga. Your friend follows Bayern and watches La Liga. Wow. That's... okay, mate. I was watching the Turkish league highlights today. That was crazy. At the end of the day, I'll get you right now. I don't know things. Big up, Joe Blackman. Joe, how's your speaker going, mate? How's your speakers going? You sounded like you were talking from Azerbaijan on your speakers, mate. I don't know what was going on that speaker, mate. I'm joking, man. This guy. Don't forget to follow Joe Blackman, man. He's the future. He's the future, man. So don't forget to join him. Don't forget to follow him and subscribe, man. Absolutely. Amorim does not behave in the youth, but he has operated in the Sporting model, which is like Brighton. What does he do with players with status, ego, and money? He may end up being Potter. Oh, my goodness me. Goals for George. Please don't bring any negativity. Please, please. You know what? You know what, right? My wife is Italian, right? My wife is Italian. You know what? Right. And the only thing I get is this, like, what the fuck? But you know what you have to get rid of? You know what is the worst thing? 2 what the fucks. So if you have 2 what the Fs, you have 2 what the Fs like that, that is the word news. So why are you going hard on Kenny? Because he said we got a disease, Kenny. You're Joe. Joe, he said we got a disease. I read it. You know, these indirects and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? These indirects. You know what I mean? Absolutely backhand entertainment. That's what we need to give him, Joe. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Oh God, man, you know what? Don't try with indirects on me, especially when I give man opportunity. We are all used, assuming Amorim is coming. If the deal falls through, the fan base will be disappointed. We already see him as the manager. We have to support the new manager, guys. That's what it's all about. It's supporting the new manager. That is where we are going, guys. Supporting the new manager. Amorim, Ruben. Absolutely, he is our Rube. I left your show due to Erik Ten Hag. Now he has been sacked, and I'm back again. You, traitor. There must be Manchester United to the glory days, Amarin, all the way. Adam, welcome back to my stream. I missed you, mate. I was sending letters. I was trying to look around for you. I was wondering where you were, mate. And then now you're coming back. You're coming back now. You're coming back now when you need me. You're coming back now, isn't it? Big up, Adam. Big respect. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my stream. Absolutely. Welcome back to my stream. Absolutely. Legends. Absolutely. Sniper Man Maguire, shouldn't he go and saves us many times? Listen. I am an advocate. Mark N is my brother. At the end of the day, anyone want to say that a disease, you know what I mean, supporting your manager, do you know what I mean? You are in the mud to me. In the mud. Big up Sniper Man, by the way. Sniper Man's only 15. He's the sniper boy. To be honest with you, I swear. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, listen, guys. Oh, he's 16 now. Sorry. Happy birthday, Sniper Man. Listen, guys, yeah, if you take the mick out of my boy, my family, you know what? That's what happens, guys. Absolutely. The Indian accent was on point. Absolutely, because I come from my father and my auntie come from India. That's why I can do it. My mum is English. She's a white lady from Wimbledon, and my dad is Asian, but he was born in England. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Curry and chips and all that. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stratty curry. There used to be a Stratty joint, right, in Stratford, right? Called it was a curry and chips joint. Oh my god, £1. £1, guys. Absolutely. Kenny's a great guy. Brian, not when you call someone a disease, is not. Absolutely. Different opinion, Sal. You don't know about energy. A disease is an opinion, Joe. Disease is an opinion. That's an insult, isn't it? An opinion is someone who disagrees with your opinion with a constructive opinion articulated in a way that is, constructive. If it goes into the realms of abuse, that just shows a lack of intelligence, in my opinion. If you're being honest, I've been around the block. Manchester United have not gone to about Ten Hag, and the club could not succeed the results. Don't worry, Kenny, mate. You know me. Don't worry. You know, future and very, but pick up Kenny anyway. Don't worry. You don't know how we do it on this show, guys. I am energy. He's gonna, you know what? Forget it. Don't worry. It's nothing personal. It's nothing serious. It is. No, listen, Kenny. I'm pissing around with you, mate. Just relax. I'm pissing around with you. This is what I do, guys. This is how I do it. It's proper. It's like a little bit edgy on the show. But Kenny, you can give it to me back. I don't care. I got thick skin. I don't care. But you know what? The disease thing hurt me a little bit because you know what? I was a Ten Hag supporter. Mark N was a Ten Hag supporter. We were Ten Hag supporter. I don't think I have a disease last time I checked. But yeah, definitely. Big up, Kenny. But Mourinho, it's Real Madrid tactics had the Page and Ramos off. Absolutely. Which helped them greatly. Yeah, I agree, mate. Big up Sniper Man, by the way. Big up Kenny. Yeah, I know, Kenny. Don't worry. Count down with Kenny. It's all good. You got to have to get the vibe, man. Conspiracy theories, Bruno, and whoever wants a Portuguese coach, that's why they can shoot the whoever. It's impossible to miss. Yes, mate. It's impossible to miss. Absolutely, mate. I get you. But you know what? I'm not sure. Do you know what? That miss has caused a lot of controversy in regards to did he miss the ball on purpose? Did he miss the goal on purpose? Guys, did Dalot miss the goal on purpose against West Ham? Now, I'm looking at it, and every time I see it, it looks a bit dodgy. There was another angle of it, and it looked a bit dodgy, right, to me. But what I feel, this is my theory on it, right, Randy? This is my theory, is that he was running too fast, and he forgot to get his body in shape to put the ball into the back of the net. So, because he was running too fast, that's the problem. Manchester Wimbledon can win the men's team. Big up the Manchester United women's team. Absolutely killing it right now, of course. Are we finally going to get excited for exciting football? Joe, has your mic been fixed? He's still in Azerbaijan trying to fix his mic. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, them old football matches from the 1990s where it's Manchester United against Rotor Volgograd or something like that. And he's got them mics. Pushko, for the ball. Pushko is going to get a He's going to disappear from my stream. Absolutely. Backhand me. I'm going to get your backhand. Shut up. It's going to be a big shut up. Absolutely big one. Absolutely big up, Kenny, listen. I've got a disease, remember? Remember you said that? I want to see how we're going to set up for the next 2 matches. I know Rasta, big up Rasta, my friend. Big up Rasta. You know what? Came out yesterday and the day before, we were speaking the absolute gospel about Manchester United. And you know what? Lots of great opinions coming out. Lots of education coming out. Do you know what I mean? Lots of it. My birthday is November the 20th. Mine's 25th, Sniper Man. Come on, 25th. Sagittarius is in the house. Are you a Sagittarius or Scorpio? What are you, Sniper Man? Do you believe in that? Sal, can they say tech support in it as well? Tech support. Hello. Good afternoon. This is Judges. You welcome to tech support. I don't want to get my listen. It's part of my blood, right? That's part of my blood, right? I am my it's Indian subcontinent. It's part of my blood, right? I don't want to get myself in trouble. Absolutely. Yeah, he's a very good coach. Big up Brooks, David Brooks. Big up. Thanks, mate, for joining me. Mixed Masala Sal. Big up, Randy. Absolutely. Wasn't Liverpool fans excited about the Amrabat at one point? I'd rather wait until it is announced. Isn't supposed to be replacing Pep if he leaves. I also hard to think Mike looking at Marco Silva in here. Yeah, Liverpool did want him. They didn't want to pay the money for him. Yeah, Pep is an option for him. He might want to wait until Pep retires. I don't think Pep is going to go this next 2 years, though. I think Pep is going to stay there for another 2 seasons, Composed View. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I think he's going to stay there for another 2 seasons, mate. I actually think that. It's a new start now. Keep it up. Yes, keep it up, David Brooks. That's what it's all about. It's all about the positivity in the fan base, guys. It's all about the positivity. Big up. Sal, got to admit, Ronaldo YT is pumping out some great content. You know what? He's got the money, Sniper Man. If I had the money, I'd be pumping out that good content too, mate. I'd be on aeroplanes and bloody wrestling crocodiles, the whole shebang. I'd be doing anything, mate. If I had the money that Cristiano Ronaldo has Michael Jackson money. He has Michael Jackson money, Ronaldo. He's huge, man. He's huge. Absolutely, bro. It's all good, Sal. Yeah, I know, Kenny. It's all good. It's such a joke, mate. Don't worry. You can take it back, give it back, take it back. You called me a disease, mate. Where's my apology? Absolutely. Brian, Sal, have you taken your meds? Have you got dementia, Brian? Have you got dementia? Did I not tell you I've taken my meds? I know you're about 80, but you know what? Come on, mate. Have you taken your meds? Have you? Do you need your Viagra? Big up. I haven't seen the fan base so happy. There is so much positivity. We finally have something to look forward to. Al Mac, you know what? Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, man. I know I mess about a lot on this stream, but you got to understand the stream. You got to understand the intricacies of this stream, guys. That's what you got to do. You got to understand intricacies that, you know what, I go over the edge sometimes, and this is what I do. I be myself. You can give it to me. I'll give it to you. Give it to me, baby. Give it to absolutely, guys. And no fake thing. No fake things. Great stream. Well done. Cheers, Lang. Big up yourself. Thank you so much, my friend. Big up. Oh, this is a spam. Big up. Adiola is a spanner, and a spammer. Absolutely. Spanner. Dalla didn't miss on purpose. He isn't that good. Oh, Mac, you're killing it, man. I don't want to hear any disses on this and stuff like that. Big disses, absolutely. Why would Dolan do that? He himself posted a pic of Ten Hag after he scored a sack and also defender, and he can't shoot properly. I have pictures with my ex. Does it mean that, you know what, we're still good? Absolutely. Sal, do you remember Dalglish miss against Man United? Yes. 1979 or something like that. Yeah, when they went clean through, Man United played a system where they all pushed up. And the whole line pushed up, right? And then they kicked the ball over the top, and Dalglish was free. And he missed probably the worst miss of all time. But I've seen worse misses. But from a guy of his talent, it was a bad miss, of course. Scorpio, big up the Scorpions. My mother's a Scorpio. Big up Sniper Man. Big up Sniper Man. David Brooks, brother of Harry Brooks. Big up David Brooks. Big up David Brooks all day long, of course. Sal, can we at least beat Arsenal with Amaran? You know what, Sniper Man? We've got a lot of hard games to come, mate. We've got a lot of hard games to come. There's a lot of games that are coming along the way. We've also got Chelsea, of course. We've got Arsenal coming up. We've got Manchester City coming up as well. So it's going to be a tough time. There's no rest for the wicked, guys. And you know what? If the manager really wants to succeed, he's going to have to, you know what? He's going to have to win these football matches. And it's been a while since we started beating these big teams. We got to beat these big teams because We've lost too many of them over the years, you know? We lost too many of those games and getting embarrassed by Liverpool, getting embarrassed by Spurs. I mean, when I was a child, right? When I was a kid and a teenager, I never envisioned that we would lose 3-0, 6-1 to Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. I would have laughed in your face. You know what I mean? It's that bad. Do you know what I mean? It's that bad. Stabber, have you taken your Vanguard? Adiri is a magpie. Yes, I know, Stabber, man. Big up, big up. Is United that bad? Or with the players that just averages? There is no player there that looks good. Again, good players come from coaches, but great players. I saw that quote yesterday, Goals for George. Absolutely amazing quote from Roy Keane, which was on this Instagram page, of course. Spot on. I think it's a mixture of 2 goals for George. I think some of them are just not good enough. I do believe that. Some of them are good. Some of them are just not good enough, you know, if I'm being honest. And you know what? We have to improve. We do. The finishing, the new manager's not going to come in and finish and then fix the finishing. You know, it's not Erik Ten Hag's fault that, you know, Dalot missed an open goal. It's not Erik Ten Hag's fault that Bruno missed an open goal as well. There he goes again. Chelsea is a very tough to beat. They will be tough to beat, but I actually believe we're going to win that game, Slapper Man. Call me crazy. Call me mad. Don't call me Shirley. Absolutely. I actually think that we're going to win that game, guys. I actually believe that we're going to win that game. Absolutely, we're going to win that game. That is what it's all about, my friends. It's about winning the football match, of course, guys. Winning the football match. But you know what? I come on this show, right, every morning to try and be positive about the club, right? Remember in the summer when we were talking about the transfers and that, how good it was, how positive we were. Some of us were claiming we're going to win the league. Not me. At the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is what basically I am like. This is what I am like. At the end of the day, I don't sit on my stream laughing for no reason. You know what I mean? I'll just speak, and I speak from the heart. If you can take it, you can take it. I get vibes, man. I'm vibes all day long, man. You don't know my vibes, man. Where I've been, who I've worked with, the vibes I get, man. Do you know what I mean? It's not about that at the end of the day. Look, at the end of the day, you know, it's all about basically supporting the football club, getting together as a fan base, uniting finally. Do you know what I mean? Uniting finally, and finally we can try and get rid of the toxicity within the fan base. That's what it is. Sniper Man, why are you so late? Basically, I'm in the Middle East, Sniper Man. Right, so basically in England, where I'm originally from, they go now an hour backwards. So during this time of year, they go an hour backwards in England. So I cater my content for my family and my friends in England, right? So I in the UAE, the time don't move. The time don't move in the UAE. The time don't go backwards. It doesn't go forward. It stays as it is. So basically, that's why the time has gone forward, regardless. Like I think are you in India, Sniper Man? I think you're in India, so that means like yours stays the same as well, right? If I'm not correct, if I'm correct. So at the end of the day, look, mine stays the same. So I'm catering for my European crowd, of course. So you know what? That's why it's at 11 o'clock and not 10 o'clock UAE time, guys. Spurs reject Marcus Etchers. Looks great at Sporting and better than all our wingers. I'm surprised, Goals for George, that he's never had an England call-up. He was good against Arsenal that a couple of years ago when they knocked Arsenal out of the Europa League. If we remember that, he was good then, you know, absolutely. Can we call you Sally? You can call me whatever you want. You can call me Shirley. You can call me Sally. You can call me Catherine. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care. I've got thick skin, guys. I don't care. Absolutely. Rodri, Robbery, Vinnie Jones, clear winner. One thing I would say, Sniper Man, is that I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to give my balanced opinion about the Ballon d'Or, right? No one cared about the Ballon d'Or, obviously, because Man United, you know, people only care about Man United this last 24 hours. I'm going to say this. I think it's good that a defender won it. The reason is because a lot of strikers, they stat pad. Too many strikers are winning the Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. Dior's is perfect. Too many strikers are winning the Ballon d'Or and the stat padders are winning the Ballon d'Or. I'm happy that a defender has won it because a defender doesn't get the shine. You know, a defensive midfielder, you know, a defender, a right back, you know, they don't get the glory that, you know, what they should have. And I'm glad that a player like Rodri has won it, despite being a Manchester City player. I'm happy about that. It's better than, you know what, Lionel Messi winning it every day, every season. Do you know what I mean? That's what I say about Vinny. I mean, he must be upset. He has a fantastic year, of course. He's had fantastic. But then again, Rodri won the Euros, didn't he? He won the Euros. So England time is 6 hours away from Indian time. Starting at 5 hours in time. You're ahead about 5 or 6 hours, than England. Yeah, England right now is 10, 9, 8, 7 in the morning. 7:40 in the morning, guys. That is English time. 7 in the morning. In UAE, they don't know how to move the clocks backwards or forwards. No, they're just not stupid to do things unnecessarily, Brian. That's why. Why are you moving the clock backwards? Why are you moving the clock forward? It doesn't make a bloody Scooby-Doo. It doesn't mean nothing. It's silly, isn't it? And I'm English. It's crazy. Using that logic, Van Dijk should have won the Ballon d'Or like that. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that, Sniper Man. No, I'm not saying that. I mean, I come from a generation where Peter Schmeichel, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs never won a Ballon d'Or, Sniper Man. Never. Andy Cole, Dwight York, all these players who won a treble in 1999 didn't win a Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I mean? Didn't win a Ballon d'Or. Fan base will take ages to get rid of the toxicity because the Erik Ten Hag mob created this. Yes, I agree, mate. I agree. They will just wait until the cycle repeats again. But I wish the new manager luck as he walks into a pit of vipers. Me too, goal for George. And you're not going to see me turn against the manager so quickly, goals for George. You're not going to see me. Absolutely not. I'm not going to turn against the manager. You know what I mean? Like that. And I do absolutely concur with you about the Ten Hag out. The egotistical maniacs that are the Ten Hag out crew, of course, they're not going to change. Because one thing you can't teach is a new dog, new tricks. They are bad people, and their characteristics are bad people. A lot of them, not all of them. Some of them are constructive. I'm not talking about all Ten Hag hours. I'm talking the ones who call him a bald fraud and a peanut head and stuff like that. That sort of people. Those are the ones. Do you know what I mean? Those are the ones that bug me. Because insults. It just shows a lack of intelligence. I hope they do change goals of George. I do want the fan base to unite. I'm fed up with the toxicity. I am absolutely tired of it up to my head, up to, what I mean? I'm fed up with it. So I hope that hopefully we do move on from there. Who is Roger PR or is it Barca PR behind this? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm not backing a Man City player anyway. It is better for Erik Ten Hag's mental sanity to leave because he had no way to succeed in the LPR ASAP. Who is going to succeed? That's the biggest question. That's the $1 million question, guys. We need wingers recruitment and a good left wing in January. Otherwise, we ain't ready. We need a lot of recruitment next summer. Of course, there's going to be a big summer for obviously Ineos and whoever's the manager, which looks likely it's going to be Amorim, guys. It looks likely it's going to be Amorim, of course. Goals for George, agree. Big up, Brian. Hope you're doing well. Big up, big up. Of course, big up. You know what? Even though Brian's a cocky git, you know what I mean? He's all right. He's all right, really. He's all right, really. Absolutely. But I get him back. We give as good as we get on this channel. That's what it's all about. We give as good as we get on this channel, and that's what it's all about. It's all about Manchester United now. Listen, we got Leicester City tomorrow. Later on, I'll be doing my preview for the Leicester City game, guys. You know what? Who knows what's going to happen? The new manager might already be announced by the Leicester City game. You never know what can happen in this world, of course, guys. When Man United are concerned, you know what? Loads could happen with Man United. There's so much, news about, mate. We've had so much different bloody speculation news. You name it, it's been there, guys. It's been there. Absolutely. News for Man United. I don't know what these news outlets would do without Man United. Do you know what I mean? I would have to raise money for them. They'll be unemployed. Absolutely. Definitely. Guys, so at the end of the day, look, you know what? Let me read this one. Do you ever get some exposure to rude tactics? You use the 4-2-2-2-2. You know what? Tactics, smack-ticks. Tactics, smack chicks. It's not all about tactics, guys. I'll tell you that right now. It's about the effort you put on the pitch. Tactics didn't make Dalot miss that chance against West Ham, or Bruno missed that chance. Tactics didn't do that. Alex Ferguson played a flat 4-4-2 or 4-5-1 or 4-4-1-1. It was so simple, simplistic. It's all about the effort, playing as a team, crossing the ball when you need to cross the ball. That sort of thing, making the right decisions at the right time at the end of the day. Goals for George. I was so happy when Cannavaro won it after all the defense wins title. Cannavaro was tiny, but leaps are less. Absolutely, especially when he won the World Cup, of course, goals for George. I was happy as well because I was a defender. Goals for George. I was a fullback. And the thing is, I like it when defenders win. I like it when they get acknowledged. I like it when goalkeepers get acknowledged because that's one of the hardest positions as well because a lot of pressure is in being a goalkeeper. I like it when defenders get acknowledged. I like it when midfielders get acknowledged as well, especially like wingers and, right backs, left backs. You know what I mean? There's so many great players who've never won the Ballon d'Or. I just think there should be more. There should be like a defender Ballon d'Or, a midfielder Ballon d'Or, a striker Ballon d'Or. Because it's unfair on the players that will never win it. That's why I feel like it should be like that. At the end of the day, I feel like that. Big up Kobe Mainoo, who came third. I think he came third in the Ballon d'Or. Big up Kobe Mainoo, of course. Absolutely brilliant, Kobe Mainoo. He came third in the Ballon d'Or rating to young Ballon d'Or, of course, guys. Big up Kobe. Absolute legend. Sadly, they will never stop to call our main names because their managers, their support or players, they're like are not in charge. This is the thing, Kingdom, and this is what it's going to be. The new manager comes in, there's always going to be people who disagree with the manager choice. There's always people going to disagree with the choices that, you know what, Manchester United are going to make. And from that day, brother, from that day, they're going to be like, you know what, against the manager. And whenever a little thing goes wrong, that is when they're going to start, you know what, piping up again in regards to that, you know, and this is the thing. This is the problem. You know, me, you know what, regardless if I don't like the manager, I will support the manager until the very end because I know that you know what, this club is multi-layered. The problems are multi-layered. There's fundamental problems at this football club, you know what, which stem above the manager and the players and stuff like that. We need to change the whole culture of our football club. And that includes some of these fans, guys. That includes one of these fans. Open to this manager. Yeah, I think, let me just read this, some news. Absolutely nothing at the moment. Yeah, so that's what I would say. Big ups, Kingdom. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope everything is good. But you know what? At the end of the day, now it's all about, you know, uniting as a fan base, and that's what I would say in regards to everything else. It's unite as a fan base, get together as the fan base, guys, and we go from there. Of course, guys. Absolutely, that is what it's all about. StreamYard link is in the comments, guys. If you want to give me some, give me some. Absolutely, I'm here, guys. Absolutely, I'm here. If you want to give me some, my friends. Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Guys, it's this show. It's Stretford Post. It's Breaking Dawn. Listen, lots can happen right now, so I'm on the edge. I'm literally on the edge, guys. At the end of the day, I'm literally like, you know what? The new manager could be announced anytime soon. You know. So I'm literally waiting. I'm waiting for that news, for that Fab break. I can't wait to have Fabrizio Romano on the show. By the way, coming very soon to your screens, guys. Been in contact. Will be coming very soon, guys. Absolutely. Spoke to him 3 days ago. Can't wait. I've got the evidence. I spoke to him and he will be on my show very soon, guys. I have to calm down, though. I have to act all corporate when he's on my show, though. That's the problem. I watched clips of Amarim as a player at Benfica, and surprisingly, he played like Bruno. Hero ball. I hope he improves players. He was a good player at Benfica. Amarim was a good player. He was a good player. Absolutely. Go, Joe Blackman. This season we got. We tell other fans MUVE. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Man United v everything. Man United against the world, Joe Blackman. You know what I mean? Man United against the world. That is what it's all about, bro. It's all about us against the world. Do you know what? We've been through the pits this last few years. We've had the banter, you know, we've had the slandering, we've had all the insults. You know what? How it is. My brother's a Liverpool fan. My older brother's a Tottenham fan. For goodness sake, you know, at the end of the day, I've got fans from Arsenal, from London, and they on my WhatsApp non-stop. I'm fed up of Arsenal. I'm tired of Arsenal, guys. I even had Lee Gunner on this show, right? I had Lee Gunner on my show, and this guy is bantering me. You know what I mean? I've had it up to here, guys. I've had it up to here. You know what I mean? I had it up to here. So hopefully Man United will be back, guys. We've got, obviously, Leicester City tomorrow in the League Cup. And we've also got Chelsea on I think it's Saturday or Sunday. Sunday, I think it is. We got Chelsea. So you know what? I would sacrifice everything to win that Chelsea game. If we win that Chelsea game, we move up the table a lot. You know, we move up the table a lot. And you know what? Chelsea are mouthy as well. The Chelsea fans are bloody mouthy. They're so mouthy, you know, and 2005 fans, you know, and, you know, I hope we beat them. I actually think we're going to beat Chelsea. Guys. I do believe that. I think Chelsea will be an easier game than West Ham. I know this sounds really stupid to some people, but I do think Chelsea will be an easier game than West Ham. I believe, of course. Kirsty's also a good manager. GK, do you know what I like? I wouldn't care what manager it is, right? I don't care what manager it is. There was banter. Who was it? Who was the team online? They were bantering. I think it was Notts County. And they said, stay away from our manager. I love the football banter, though. I do love it. You know, even the football teams get involved in it and stuff. But you know what? Whoever can bring, you know what? We don't know what's going to happen. GK, look, this is the thing, right? We don't know which manager is going to take us to the next level, right? It could be a manager in the National League. We don't know, right? One thing we have, and we have to stick to, is hope. We hope that it's going to change. But one thing I want Manchester United to change is giving these managers 5-year contracts, 4-year contracts. These managers should be given an 18-month contract, a bit like Tuchel has been given for England, and then we analyze it at the end of that tenure. So when it gets to the end of the 18 months, we analyze it after that. You know what I mean? And we go from there, rather than, having to spend ridiculous amounts of money sacking managers. We can be two things. We could be a manager, a club would give a manager 3 years, and then we make a decision, or we could be a sacking club. I don't want us to be a sacking club. I never wanted us to be a Chelsea. I never wanted us to be that type of team, a Real Madrid, a type of thing. We were never that. But unfortunately, time changes. And you know what? We might have to be a sacking team. We might have to be that team who sacks managers until we get it right. But the one thing that I want to touch on is basically these players. I want some of these players who've been there for years to go. I mean, I feel like the players who've been there since basically the what's the time? What's it? Erik, was it Louis van Gaal times? They should go. You know what I mean? And I feel like we have to sell them. We won't progress until they are sold, of course, guys. Absolutely not. All right, we got Joe Blackman's coming on the show to make his debut on Stretford Post. What's going on, bro? Let me get this up for him 1 second. There we go. Absolutely. Big up, Joe Blackman. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, bro? You good? Good morning to you, bro.
Good morning, man. I know I'm a bit hyped this morning, man. You know what I mean? Sorry, man. I might have
come as a bit good. I love it. I love the hype. I love the hype. I'm here for it. You know what? It's a new manager settings. How are you feeling about this morning?
Bro, you know what? I'm just happy that the fans are happy, man. I'm just happy that I'm seeing some positivity at last. You know what? It's giving me a little bit of a buzz. Do you know what I mean? That I've seen some happy faces.
Because you know what? I'm going to say this about Ineos, innit? Yeah. Why did they choose this match to be the one to fire this manager? Because I'll tell you something, yeah. It's got my head scratching. Like, out of all the matches you could have fired him, this is the one I would have fired half of the players, fam.
I would have done as well. But unfortunately, it's too expensive, isn't it, to sack all the players like Rashford and all these Bruno. Bruno should have been dropped a long time ago. But I think, you know what I think? I think they made the decision after you put Mazraoui as a number 10. I think after that Fenerbahce game, they're like, what the hell? We just bought Xerxes for how much millions? And then you're playing Mazraoui as a 10 and you're leaving Xerxes on the bench.
I mean, do you know what? I'm not being funny, though. Mazraoui weren't that bad in the number 10.
No, he weren't bad. No.
He weren't great, but he weren't bad.
Right
you know what? He was showing the flexibility of the players that he knows, isn't it? I'm guessing that's what he was trying to do. But at the same time, for me, I just feel Ineos have made a decision on the wrong match, fam. And I know we don't know the timeline of anything. I'm not going to pretend. I'm one of the guys who's not in the know. I just have a lot of opinions, right? So I'm just going to say it right now. It's true. I'm not in the know, fam. This is the truth.
Someone told me you're humble.
Yeah, I'm humble. I'm not humble. Anyway, but the truth of the matter is, yeah, the only thing I think right now is that Ineos, I've been supporting you guys. I thought we had an incredible summer, right? Only to find out, you know what? Not all the signings were Ten Hag's. Some of the signings were yours. And now, look how quickly we're replacing the manager with a manager that looks like he would probably do well with the system. I told everybody to be aware that I feel like Ineos has turned us into Brighton. Yeah? Remember I said this. Yeah? If this vein continues, if we continue in the same vein, I feel like we're going to start ending up like Brighton. Yeah? Where we're just bringing through young players. If it doesn't work out, that's what we're going to be. Yeah? Because if these young players don't come off and become something special, then we're going to be stuck being that team that brought in a bunch of young players to just develop them and sell them on. Because we will sell on these players, yeah? We will start making money on players. That's one thing that will happen, yeah? But are we going to be developing players for other teams, or are we developing them for us?
That's a good point. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with becoming Brighton, but obviously Brighton are a selling club, innit? I don't want to
become that club. You say there's nothing wrong with becoming Brighton, fam. That's regressing. That's regressing.
I mean, the way they run their club,
you know, like bringing
through. They bring through young
that's
players,
a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing in terms of seeing the future. And I get that we're gonna put our eggs in many baskets, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe I got that saying wrong. But the thing is, we must. What did he say? Joe, your mic is temporary work. Yeah, bro. Listen, I should have asked. Mic check. Is the mic good? Yeah. I didn't even ask.
You're John Motson, 1995 mic from Rotter Volgograd, wherever it is.
Is it working today, though? That's the important thing. Do I sound like I'm underwater? I sound
No,
good.
no, you sound all right at the moment. I have the same problem
Okay.
anyway because I'm in the UAE. So you know what? I have the same problem all the time. It's madness
All
over
right,
here.
it's just a countdown until when Joe's mic breaks down, innit? We'll put a expected mic breakdown when it's going to happen. I don't know, but at some point it probably will happen. But just that being said, fam, do you know what? I'm just a little bit worried about the direction that we're going in on the Ineos, innit? Yeah, I was very much supportive of them, yeah, but I do feel like we should keep a side eye on them, yeah. Let's not just let them get away with everything. Let's not give it to Rude. Yeah, if Rude is the interim, yeah, make sure it's just the interim, innit? Yeah, let's not expect big things off Rude. Let's not pressure Rude. Yeah, the board should be, if they're gonna fire a manager, they have a plan. Yeah, they shouldn't be leaving us in limbo. Do you know what I mean, Sal?
That's yeah. I mean, the problem is we need to learn from our past mistakes. I mean, Ollie was a mistake. I mean, Ollie did well for 22 games, won 22 games in a row, which is the record. And as soon as he was given the contract, that was it. You know, we started going downhill from there, and that's what I don't want ever again. You know, because what's the difference between Ruud van Nistelrooy, for example, and Erik Ten Hag? You know, I mean, Erik Ten Hag's a much more experienced manager than he is. You know, so what makes you think that? You know, I mean, we might get by for a couple of months with vibes. Yeah, Rude vibes and stuff, but that wears out. And then when the vibe wears out, that's when you have to be tactically astute, you know, and you have to be ruthless. I don't think Rude's going to be that. It represents too much of a risk. I'm hearing noises about McKenna and Carrick and people like, come on, you know, it's not going to work. We'll be here in 2 years' time.
Let's not be this club, fam. We can't just keep hiring old players. Like, let's allow it. Yeah, allow it. Let's just allow it. Everybody allow it.
It's only worked under Arsenal, I think. I think only with Arteta, but he hasn't won anything at the moment. So
yeah, but look how much time they've invested into Arteta, though. And like you said, without winning anything, you think we're going to do that? Like at least Ten Hag won things. Ten Hag won things, yeah, and finished 8th, yeah. And Arteta did the same thing. Didn't he finish 8th and won an FA Cup? And then
they were with Emery's team, though. It was Emery's team, wasn't it?
Well, at the same time. Was it when we won the FA Cup? It wasn't really fully his team yet.
No, it was just after Emery. It was just after his Emery's team. Yeah, he hasn't really won anything.
Now, I mean, when we won it, when we won the FA Cup, it really wasn't his full team either, Ten Hag's full team, because it was only now, say, Ten Hag had a more full team. That's his team. This season was his team.
It was. Ten Hag's a cup manager. You know, some managers are just cup managers. We've had cup managers in the past. You know, back in the day, Ron Atkinson was seen as a cup manager.
You say, whoa, I'm going to disagree with you. I bet you if Ten Hag goes somewhere else, yeah, I'm not talking the Dutch league. I'm talking more the German league or the Spanish league, yeah. I bet he wins things. And I'm not talking about just cups.
I think he will. I think the Premier League, you know, Man United right now, like, I think he will win things in other countries. Premier League's too hard, I think. I think the Premier League's hard.
No, I think Man United players are too hard ears, fam. They don't want to listen to
They're not Man United players. The thing is, they haven't got the mentality to be Man United players. They haven't got it. You know what I mean? They wouldn't run through brick walls for you. I remember, like, I had a season ticket for 6 years in the Stretford end. I remember Patrice Evra, players like that, coming off the pitch, dripping with sweat. Sometimes they'll vomit on the pitch, right? They'll vomit on the pitch. Nowadays, I'm seeing them. They look like they just got on the pitch when they're coming off the pitch, even when they're losing the game.
Rashford never looks tired, man. Rashford never looks tired. And where's Luke Shaw been for the past year, blood? Where's Luke Shaw been? I bet you he turns up now, though. I bet you he pulls up. I bet you he pulls up soon.
Yeah, I bet he plays tomorrow at Leicester.
I'm not just, bro. This is the thing, yeah. I swear to God, certain players are going to start pulling up. And I'm going to be like, where was you, though? See, this is the kind of thing that is detrimental to a manager's career, yeah? Because do you remember when we said, when Ten Hag said, the medical team told me that Luke Shaw should have been back from last season? Do you know what I mean? Yeah? The medical team said he was fine to go from last season. He said about Martial and he said about Luke Shaw, that some of them get little injuries. But Luke Shaw keeps getting injured. Luke Shaw keeps feeling a nickel here. Luke Shaw keeps feeling this. He keeps feeling that. Fam, he didn't want to play for you. He was done. Yeah? There's certain players here that are still playing because there's certain things in their contract, but they're still going. Yeah, they're going, but they ain't really playing. Yeah. If a player's playing on the pitch, yeah, but he's not listening to what you're saying to do, yeah, we all know that his thing was to Ten Hag's part of his game plan was to press the ball. Yeah, there were certain players on the pitch that weren't pressing the ball, and you could clearly see it, but they're still getting game time. I'm not saying this is not his fault for playing them as well, yeah, but I can see that there's going to be a pattern. There's players that have survived 3 or 4 managers that are still here, bro. Yeah, You think they're not going to just keep on doing what they think they can do in order to survive? They will just keep surviving. There's a core amount of United players that have been surviving here for 3 or 4 managers. We need to get rid of.
How? He's talking about 2015, something like
Bro,
that.
get rid of all of the man that have been here since then. All of the man. Since Mourinho days. Anybody that's been here since Mourinho, get rid of all of them. I don't care.
Exactly what I've been saying. This is why I wanted a full sale, isn't it? Because if we had a full sale, we wouldn't have been able to pay off their contracts. Bye-bye, that's it. But you know what? We've got this fake illusion that some of these players are better than they are. You know, for whatever reason that, you know, they're not good enough. I don't even think that Garnacho and our first team players yet. I don't think they're quite developed technically to be Man United players yet.
They're good impact players, yeah.
And now, they need to develop. Players.
Yeah, development will happen, innit? Yeah, but at the moment, they're good impact players. Bring them on, they're youngsters. We should have first team starters that can just control the game. Yeah, Rashford should be that man, but he's not. He ain't the guy, yeah? And if he was the guy, it wouldn't matter who the manager is, he would still be showing his form. Do you know what I'm saying?
What about Bruno, though? What are your feelings on Bruno?
Well, Bruno, here's the thing about Bruno, right? Yeah, he's been the same guy consistently, but we overhyped him. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, this is that. No, he was always doing these Hollywood passes. Under Ollie, we were Moments FC. Didn't remember saying that we were Moments FC under Ollie. Yeah, he was part of those moments. I heard
a good analogy though about Bruno. Someone told me, like, I don't know where I saw it, but they said Bruno only plays well when he has to release the ball quickly. You know, when he has to release the ball quick. When he has time to think about it, that's when it gets messed up. That's why he thrived under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's counter-attack kind of formation, because you have to get the ball, pass it quickly on the counter-attack, on the transition. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was thinking about it. I said, that's quite true, because every time he thinks about it, he does something stupid. He'll kick the ball 30 yards over the bar or do some stupid cross. You know what I mean?
Do you know, that's not a bad shout, actually. That's not a bad shout. I might have to agree with that one. That's a good analogy of Bruno's play, because you know what? But having a quick football brain is not a bad thing either. Yeah. Sometimes having too much time to think gives people too much options. Yeah.
And strikers will tell you that. Strikers, when you have too much time to think as a striker.
And then people get into positions. You know when you're on the football pitch, right? And if there's too much time, if you spend too much time on the ball, you will see defenders get into more positions, start marking your players better. You've got less options if there's more time. Having a quick football brain sometimes actually works better than having too much time on the ball. I know people like tiki-taka, but even tiki-taka's played at speed. It's not played at slow motion. Do you know what I mean? They slow it down when they're at the back, when they're close to their goal. But when it's up in the opposition's end, it's fast play. That's why it's tiki-taka. It's not slow passing possession football. Yeah? Tiki-taka is fast play. Yeah? Get in behind. Find the opening. Get in there. But do you know what? I think Bruno's actually been very consistent over his footballing years. It's only now, like you said, maybe him being exposed for having too much time to think is a thing. But I think Bruno's actually been very consistent over the footballing years. He's been doing the same thing since he got here.
I mean, I just don't know if he's that level, though, innit? He can't control a game, isn't it? It's like we need someone who can control that ball, between the midfield and the strikers, and be that man who creates things and stuff. I mean, his effort is no denier. Don't deny his effort and stuff, but I just feel like he's been overplayed and he's become a little bit stale for me. Sometimes you have to change it.
I mean, overplayed, I agree with, but I can't say that Bruno's stale still. You know why? Because he still creates, bro. He's still one of our main creators on the pitch. He's just being utilized, bro. Yeah.
I think it's the formation that he's struggling with.
He's been struggling with the formation. He's been struggling with maybe even instructions. Yeah, he's a moaner, innit? Let's face it as well. He's a moaner. He's not
Sancho said it on the pitch.
He's not an angry guy. Like me, I'd be cussing. Yeah, he's over there moaning. Yeah, he's like, oh, why? No, can't be. I'm like, shut up. I'd be like, blood, move. Yeah, do something. I'd be like, manager, change this, you prick. That's what I'd be cussing. I'd be cussing. Yeah. He'll be, moaning. Yeah. So the thing is, moving as a captain, moving as our captain, I just don't feel that he's been utilized correctly. I feel Bruno's got an excellent set of skills, and even if he was in another team like Man City, people wouldn't be talking about him like this. It's just because it's Man United, fam.
I think a lot of players who play for us right now, I think players would be improved. I think Bruno would be one of the players of the season, probably player of the season at Man City. You know, it's just, I don't know what it is with Man United. As soon as they put on that Man United jersey, something happens. I don't know what it is. It's like a curse that we have over us at the moment. You know, managers, players.
I think the players think they're bigger than the team.
Yeah. I feel like they don't understand the football club. A lot of them don't understand what it takes to win. You know. And a lot of them have lost a lot of games over the last 10 years, some of them, you know, and they don't have that mentality of we're going to challenge for the league. They're getting their 350 grand at the end of the week. They don't really care about it. And also the relationship between the fans and the players has been off for years. You know what I mean? So, and this is the problem. So a lot of them deep down don't really like us. And that's the thing. Do you know what I mean? So
well, you know what? Maybe this is why Ragnick said we need open heart surgery in it, yeah, because from the top to the bottom, it's kind of rotten, yeah. And I feel like the players have had too much power for a long time. There's still certain players here, I'm going to call names like the Maguires, the Shaws, the Rashfords, yeah, that I do believe have been here and have a very big influence on the team in terms of when they're feeling bad. You know that your feelings can influence other people on the pitch, yeah? And all it takes is one bad screw to mess up the whole machine. Yeah. And if you're on the pitch, walking, not giving the effort that say a Delos's given, say a Martinez is given, say a Masraoui is given, right? And they see it and they start. You're not saying that they deliberately start doing wrong, but they be like, "Why is this dickhead not doing what he's doing? F this, what? No, manager take him off, and manager's not taking him off. It spreads discontent through the whole team. Do you understand what I mean? When one person's not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
That's the thing. If you're playing your best, imagine you're playing in a football team and, you know, you're every time you play well and then you get dropped the next game, the right next game. It's a bit like what's happening with Ahmad. You know what I mean? I know that Ahmad hasn't been good the last 2 games, right? Like before, he wasn't great. Yeah, but why is he the one who's being sacrificed?
Thank you. Rashford plays terrible games for like 3 games in a row and he don't get sacrificed. Ahmad plays one bad game, he sacrificed. Nah, get Rashford off the pitch, man.
Get Rashford, get Garnacho hasn't been fantastic. But one thing I like
about
even
Garnacho, Bruno, actually. I'm here talking him up, but at the same time, Bruno should also be dropped. Kobe can play 10. Yeah? Eriksen can play 10. Xerxes can play 10.
I want to see Kobe at number 10. I really do want to see Kobe.
I really want to see that.
It's been God sent to send him at number 10, you know, and we haven't done it at all once. Play the double pivot, play Ugarte, Casemiro, Ugarte, or Eriksen, whatever you want to play, and then play Mainu as a number 10. Do that.
Ooh, you know, that would be so fire. That would be so fire.
Watch, like we saw him briefly, like against Wolves last season, you know, playing in that role just in front, just behind, and he bended one in the top corner. Do you know what I mean? And he done it against Liverpool as well. He's a good player. He scores goals.
Kobe's got the football brain. He's got the finishing. And he's got composure. Yeah. I would love to see him at number 10. He would be something invigorating at number 10. Drop Bruno for 1 match at least. Yeah, come on.
I mean, I don't think there's. Do you think like if Amarin came in, he's going to drop Bruno? He's pal, isn't it? It's his mate.
Well, that's the thing. I think Bruno's got a new lease of life now till the end of his contract with Amarin.
Yeah, and Garnacho needs to worry a little bit because you know Amarin's formation is like the 3 at the back. One of those attackers is going to be sacrificed.
Oh hell yeah! I think Garnacho will see that he's an impact player soon, if under Amarim still, because we're going to need wing backs, yeah, not just
wing. We ain't got enough wing backs, mate. We got Mazrou on the left back, Dalot on the left back. We ain't even had a left back. That's the thing with Erik Ten Hag. We didn't even have a left back for a year. Do you know what I mean? And he's been playing without a left back, and that's the problem, you know. And that's why I feel sorry for him.
Watch Luke Shaw become immediately available next week, fam. That's what I'm going to start cussing about. If I see Luke Shaw next week, I'm going to start a campaign you've never seen before. Yeah? Luke Shaw out, bro, because he's taking the piss. If he comes available within the next week or 2, I'm done.
That guy's the snitch as well, you know that. That guy's the one. Because over the last few years, it's been him. He's been the mainstay. He's the one who's been there from the beginning. So that guy, he's dodgy, he is. I mean, how can you miraculously get fit for England and then suddenly you're injured again? You know what I mean? Like I don't get it.
We don't even know what the injury is, bro. We don't even know what the injury is.
Probably an attitude is his injury. I mean, that's what probably is. You know what I mean?
Someone should stop him eating snacks. He's overweight eating. Anyway, I'm stopping. Let me stop.
Allow the snaps.
Let me stop. No snacks on break. Anyway,
No chips.
you know what, bro? You know what? I'm done with the Luke Shaw situation, fam. If we go back into next season, if we go with Amorim chooses to continue with him, I think it should be taken out of his hands. Yeah, Luke Shaw must go. He's done here. There's a couple of players that should
I think he'd be one of the first players out the door for me. He would. He'd be one of the first. I would cash in on Rashford. You know what? I would cash in on Bruno. I know people like him, but you know what, bro? I worked with Bruno's brother for 2.5 years. His brother works in East Surrey Hospital. All right. People don't know that. His name's Ricardo.
He plays semi-pro football as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I know him.
I know someone who plays with him.
Yeah, he owns a football team and stuff like that. So he at East Surrey Hospital, he's over there. So everyone was telling me back then, you know what, his brother. He goes, my brother's a footballer. I go, oh yeah, because a lot of people tell me a lot of stuff. So he goes, oh, my brother's a footballer and stuff. And when I was working in East Surrey Hospital, like 2017, and I said, who's he play for? And he goes, oh, Sporting Lisbon. Oh, okay, that's not bad, isn't it? And then so basically he ended up signing for Man United. I just left as he's going to sign for Man United. But you know what? I shouldn't have any like bad feelings towards Bruno because of that, because I know his family, because of that. You know, I know what background he has. You know, he's got a good family, good people,
why
stuff
not?
like that.
I know people's family and I don't like them. It doesn't matter if you know their family, fam. It doesn't matter if you know their family. Listen, you might know somebody's family, but you still might not like them. Yeah.
He's different though. Bruno's different. Bruno's got something about. I like Bruno, but you know what? I just think we should cash in on him now. I think we should cash in on him. See if we can get someone to buy him.
But we just gave him a new contract, bro. That's not going to happen.
God, I know. Oh, why did they do it to themselves, man?
Because you know what? I'm sorry, bro. I think out of everybody on our team, yeah, Bruno deserved a new contract, fam. He deserved the contract.
No, I think that, you know, contracts should be handed out from when you win like major trophies and stuff like that. You know, we've been doing this for years. You know, it should be based on the whole collective as a team will get contracts if you win the league, you know, as a collective, you know, if you win the league. And that's what I would do. Like, if you win the contract.
I said, instead of selling Bruno a new contract, maybe they should have just sold Rashford then, so they could have brought the contract, the wages down in the whole club.
Realistically, can you see us ever selling Rashford? I think Rashford's here for life.
I think Rashford has got one more season under new management, and if he doesn't work out, I think the powers that be might say, "Look, it's not worth it." I actually think they're going to give him one more season. Yeah, I said this is my season for him. I will be Rashford out if he doesn't do anything this season. Yeah, I think next season, if he doesn't do anything, I think they get rid of him. I don't think this management board will not let anybody go for free anymore.
I have to wait. You know, it's one of them ones where he's been there so long. I can't see him actually leaving the club. You know, because he's not going to leave. I think if it's his choice, he'll stay forever.
I didn't think McTominay would leave, especially because the manager liked him. I didn't think McTominay was going to leave. Yeah, because every manager that's been here has loved McTominay. Yeah, and honestly, I really didn't see him going, especially because he was a Man United graduate as well. Yeah, Rashford, fam, he's on thin ice. You're a forward on 300 bags a week, yeah? And you're telling me that you can't score goals. They're going to be looking at you sideways, fam. They're looking at him sideways right now. We need at least 20 goals from you, big man, every season, minimum. And you ain't doing it.
Because every time you have to like guess what sort of Rashford you're going to get. Are you going to get the 30-goal a season Rashford, or are you going to get the dud Rashford? You know, what you're going to get. It depends what side of the bed he wakes up in the morning, if he's going to play today or he's not going to play today. I just want players to play for the club. I don't need players to be motivated to play for the club. You know, we need to motivate these players. I mean, this Man United at the end of the day, we're having to hope that they put 100% effort. He was atrocious at the weekend, amongst others.
I find it offensive that people say that the manager has to motivate the players to play. Do you know that?
For Man United.
I find it offensive. Are you taking the piss? You think Roy Keane needed motivating to play? You think Giggs needed motivating to play for Man United? You think Beckham needed motivation to play for Man United? Yep, Stam, Vidic, Ferdinand, all these men, Evra. You think that man needed motivation? Fam, they were already motivating themselves in the dressing room. Yes. You saw Roy Keane against Arsenal talking to Vieira. Yeah. Are you mad? We're already ready. We're outside.
What did Roy
We're here.
Keane say yesterday? What did he say on the Instagram yesterday about the players and the manager? Something he said a good quote yesterday. I'll find it. It's Roy Keane. It was a quote he said. I've got it on my Twitter page. It's spot on what he said. Let me see. Here it is.
Please, I want to hear because I know that Roy Keane will say something.
He said this right on his Instagram page. On his Instagram page, he said, "In good teams, coaches hold players accountable. In great teams, players hold players accountable."
There you go. Oh, what kind of bomb?
There you go. I ain't got a bomb. I mean, I have to get one for KG. I think I got one. Like, there you go.
Hey, it works. It doesn't sound straight. I heard it. It needed it. It needed that. That was perfect.
A bit more of a grenade.
Yeah. One more bomb. Drop it again. Drop it again.
It's slow, man. It has to load.
Boom. There you go. It needed it. It needed it. But what I'm telling you is this, yeah, bro. Honestly, for me, that is a perfect statement. We shouldn't need to motivate the players, fam. Yeah, every time that Liverpool turn up to anywhere, the players are ready to go. Arsenal players are ready to go. They might lose, but they played the game with passion and desire. You're playing for the team that you want to make great. I just feel like a lot of our players are just here. Do you know what I mean? They're just here. Here for a paycheck.
That's it. Yeah, they're just there. They're just collecting a wage. That's it. I mean, they don't really care about winning things. Look, you think Lindelof cares about winning anything? That guy had an injury. Like in the summer, he had a neck brace on it.
Do you know what? I might even not want this. There's certain players on the team, yeah, and I don't want to keep on saying the same names, but the passion isn't there anymore. You see the passion in certain people's just making a tackle. They're high-fiving. They're chest bumping. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. These people are passionate about the game anyway. He doesn't need them to be motivated. They're passionate about winning. They're passionate about not losing. If you step on a pitch, if you have played any kind of competitive sport in your life, yeah, you do not want to lose. If you've played cricket, if you played basketball, if you played football, if you played rugby, if you played tennis, if you've been a wrestler, if you've done anything in your life, yeah, you don't want to lose. Who wants to lose? Who gets into anything and wants to lose? You step onto that pitch, you pray to win.
That's the mentality, though, isn't it? That's the mentality of some people. Some people don't have that mentality. I think they've been softened too much. They've been pampered from a young age, been told how great they are, you know, rich very early, 16, 17, they're already rich, you know, and they don't think, oh, it doesn't matter. You know, I'll go and buy a new car next week. It'll be all right.
That's the problem. See, back in the day, yeah, I remember, who was I listening to? I was watching a documentary on Alex Ferguson, right? And so I can't remember what player it was, said that, you know what happened? He fell out with Alex or something went wrong on the pitch or whatever. And Alex kicked him out of his house. Alex Ferguson kicked him out of his house and said he had to live with Giggs for a little bit, or one of the other players. He didn't have a house. Yeah, imagine that. Alex Ferguson had the power to kick someone out of their house back in the day. Yeah?
They were mad. That's why Lee Sharp didn't make it. Lee Sharp. I got a story about Lee Sharp, you know, honest to God. Like, and
that's what I mean. Where's the power? These men don't care what the manager says anymore. Oh, you're not playing me next week? Shut up. Guess what? My whole social media is going to blow up about you. I'm going to talk to a reporter about you. You know what I mean? Back in the day, man would be like, I'll throw a boot in your head, shut up, go in the back room, and you ain't play with the youngsters for the next week, and you're eating with the youngsters too. Yeah? How about that? Yeah? That's what would happen. And you ain't got a house to live in for next week.
Mourinho tried.
No discipline.
No, Ten Hag done that to Sancho, I think. I think he done that to Sancho briefly, you know. But it's their social media. This is a social media generation, you know, and that's the thing. You can slander someone on there for nothing, you know, and it blow up, it go viral, whatever. And back in the day, you know what, you didn't hear from the players all week until the match day, you know.
And I can imagine supporters. That's the thing as well. They will have their supporters backing them, so they'll feel justified.
Absolutely, man. Let me get Fix. What's going on, bro?
Good morning.
Good morning, man. Sorry to keep you waiting, man. Join in the convo, man. Go.
No problem. Big up Joe Blackman.
Yeah, big up Joe
Big up
Black,
to
man.
you too, Fitz, bro.
Yeah, what I just want to say is, in all this, our club have to learn how to keep faith with the manager. Ten Hag is gone, but they should dictate when these players are trying to do this into another manager. We keep on shuffling players. We keep on. Let's keep on. If you are not ready to work, we'll send you packing. Look at Chelsea. We are laughing at Chelsea, but now who can come out confidently and say he's laughing at Chelsea? Look at the kind of players they have. Their lineups, their bench. I know it's not easy for to do that kind of thing, but at least by the beginning of the season, a club should dictate that it's time for Rashford to leave this club. It's time for so players to leave this club. You sell them. Madrid sold Ronaldo that is still firing. Sold many players because they know when to let people go and allow people that are still hungry still hungry for passion for the club to continue. You know, how can you
Yeah,
see
that's the
just
key. That's the key, bro. Fix. That's the key. The thing is like we hold on to players too long. We get these sentimental things about players. We got all feelings for players and stuff like that. You know, Mank, born and bred, stuff like that. You know, and this needs to change. It shouldn't. It should be irrelevant. Look at Casemiro and Varane. They were sold by Real Madrid, and they could have kept them for another few years. You know, they move on. They move properly. They move like a proper football club. You know, and they've really let their
Nobody remembers whether Casemiro was there 2 years ago because people have replaced them comfortably. You know, you
You
do
got
things at the
Chouameni
right time.
already. You got Chouameni and Camavinga there straight away, already ready to replace.
And nobody
Already.
will remember any of those. So sell Rashford 80 million by the beginning of the season, even though Bruno self, because Bruno, let me tell you, Bruno said himself that he feels Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's this thing, system of play. That he just came in and the system suits him and all that. So these things happen over and over again, we keep on firing managers and players are not being held accountable. They are still forming. Luke Shaw is still forming the dinosaur of Man U. Rashford is still forming the dinosaur of Man U. How can this thing keep on going? Like Joe Blackman said, they choose what is the reason why they choose that game? That game that the team. I can't even say, bro. If
West
Dalo cannot
Ham.
score that ball, if Dalo cannot score that ball, guy, I'm looking at Dalo with one eye. We keep him at the left. He was performing badly. The manager brought him at his favorite position. Still, nothing positives. You know. Thank you, man.
Like the thing is fixed. It's like you know, I think they had made the decision a while ago though. I think that after we started playing Mazrui as a number 10 and you know started making silly moves, leaving Ugarte on the bench after we spent all summer chasing them. And you know how hard Ineos worked to get Ugarte through the door. You know, it's like a slap in the face to Ineos when he left him on the bench. You know, and that's the
But
thing.
at
You
the
know,
same
and we've been
time,
crying
though,
out for a double pivot. You know what I mean? And he hasn't done it. You know, he's playing Eriksen there. I think Eriksen's a good player. I think he's not a number 8, though. I don't think he's a number 8. He does these nice little intricate passes. But when it's time to track back, tackle, you know, and things like that, he's not that guy. He's too slow. We need someone who's a bit more mobile, you know. Play Collier there. Play a youngster there, something. Don't play Eriksen there. Do you know what I mean?
you know what? I don't disagree with that still. I can't disagree with that because I'm a big advocate for youngers. Yeah, the youngsters should play. We need to see them more. If we're gonna be this team that's buying all these youngsters, I want to see these youngsters. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's always raving about how.
I start Obi tomorrow night.
Don't get me started. He scores goals at least. Yeah, at
But the
least he
problem
knows
is,
how to put the ball in the back of the net, fam. Yeah.
he will score brace tomorrow. If he plays tomorrow, he'll score a couple of goals. I guarantee he'll score a
Don't
couple
get
of
me
goals.
excited. Don't get me excited because I would do it. Call him up now.
And this is the thing. When you like, you know, they talk about injuries, right? But one thing I disagree with Erik Ten Hag is this injury thing. If you rotated your squad properly, right? If you gave youngsters a chance, like I'm not talking about first team, I'm talking about 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. those players are already be developed mentally and physically to play in the first team. So when you get injuries, you could just drift them in the team and they would have already played a few games, so they'll know what it's about. Now, because he plays the same team over and over again, it's like, you can't just bring in a Shea Lacey, a Fletcher, a Murray, an Amas, because it's going to be their first game. And it'd be like, wow, you know what I mean? Liverpool away, do you know what I mean? Something like that. And he hasn't done. And that's the one thing I'll give criticism to Erik Ten Hag for. I think he is to blame for some injuries, because he overplays. Look at Mainu. Mainu's tired. I said it weeks ago. Mainu needs to be dropped. He needs a rest. Play the double pivot for a little bit. Long term, we're going to end up destroying these players.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think that it's going to be that productive going forward. Like, are you know what? Let me ask you this question, yeah, real quick, yeah. Do you think this appointment is the one? Because I've already heard contradicting stories.
Which one?
Amorim.
This appointment.
No. The appointment of Amorim. Do you think it's going to be the one, or do you think it's going to be the intermediate one?
I think they're going after a long-term manager. Do you know one thing that worries me is that thing about coaching, the coaching thing. And it's a good point that it's like, as someone mentioned on a comment, it's like they just want a coach. They don't want a manager. They want someone who's just going to be like a puppet, who's going to, just take a back seat and just coach the team while they do deal with transfers, while they deal with things like that. That's a bit worrying for me.
Well, that's why Tuchel. Well, sorry, I'm not going to say this like I know. There's reports that's why Tuchel turned down the job in the first place, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what they want. So this is the thing. He might not take that job.
But is that what we want from a manager? Is that what we want from a manager? A yes man that's just going to bend to their will?
Exactly. I don't want that. I want someone like Ferguson. I want someone in charge. Do you know what I mean? Someone in charge. But one thing about Ineos, if they did take charge of transfers and stuff like that, it'll be more powerful. They'll have more power over the players and over things like that, rather than just one man, having to deal with things. While, you got people in that dressing room, right? Who are making fun of people's accents and things like that. They were making fun of Ragnick and stuff, and making fun of, we saw it the other day. I don't know, I forgot what the match was, but Ruud van Nistelrooy was talking to Casemiro and they were blatantly talking about Erik Ten Hag behind his back. Blatantly. They were putting it like this. And stuff. It's like that mentality needs to change, man. Honestly,
I know what I'm actually talking about when they were covering their mouths and they were talking over the wall.
Yeah, so Spanish was leaning forward, talking to him. Yeah, man.
Clearly.
Trust me. We got to stop this mentality, this childish mentality in our squad. Because this resonates. This sort of thing what sort of message does that send to the younger players? Do you know what I mean? And that you can diss the manager whenever you want. You can turn against the manager and stuff. And, I honestly think that Ten Hag had enough. I think he had enough. And I think he didn't give a shit, to be honest. I think after a couple of, especially the last few games, I don't think he really cared. He just stood on the top line, hands in his pockets. He doesn't give a shit.
Every manager gets to the same point. I think every manager gets to the same point, yeah? That, okay, once again, this is just a Joe Blackman opinion. Yeah, everybody, right? This is not Sal's opinion. This is just a Joe Blackman opinion, right? I think every manager gets to the same point where they get frustrated with the players' contracts, right? So many times we keep seeing certain players keep being played and the managers just they don't give a shit. They're like, do you know what? Fine, I got to play him. There you go. There's his game minutes. I'm going to keep on saying this. I believe that the minutes included into people's contracts on the Man United team right now. Yeah, that doesn't make them undroppable but it just means that they have to have a certain amount of game time during the season, right? And I do believe that there are certain players here that are on big money, that were bought for big money, that have these stipulations in their contracts, which leaves the manager's hands tied to a certain point in terms of how many games they need to play or how much minutes they need to get them on the pitch for, right? Regardless of their stinking attitude, yeah? And that is what I think is going to be detrimental to any manager moving forward, no matter what. Because if you have a player that feels undroppable in terms of, I know you have to play me, yeah? I know you have to play me, yeah? at some point in this season, you still have to play me. Yeah. But you don't.
That's the thing. I agree with that. I think Rashford does, definitely. I think he has some stipulations in his contract. Definitely.
Bro.
I think Bruno probably does as well now.
So I think the kind of players we should be having now is whether you are coming from the bench, it doesn't matter. You do the job. We are not supposed to be player FC kind of fans, you know. The madness about Ahmad is being disrespected and all that. I didn't get it. Man, if you are on the bench, you are still in the part of the team. You come on, you do the job. No, don't feel entitled as a player. You are working for Manchester United. Your mentality should be elite. In fact, that should get you angry to score a goal or make an assist when you come inside. Show yourself. You know.
This is the mentality, you know. This is the mentality of the team, though, isn't it? What we have at the moment. This is why we're saying clean house, you know, and get a new team in, you know, completely. Even play the youth players, you know. Sir Alex Ferguson, you have to have courage to be a top level manager. You have to have the courage to drop these players. You know, you have to, like Alex Ferguson dropped, obviously Andre Kanchelskis, Paul Ince, Mark Hughes, you know, these type of players, you know, who are serial winners. You have to have the courage to do that. And you know what? He also said, Sir Alex Ferguson, youth players rarely let you down, you know, and if you don't give them an opportunity, they stagnate and they drift away and they end up playing in the lower division. And this is what you've got to do. Play it, risk it, take a chance. Look, if you're not going to play for my football club, I've got those kids there are coming off the conveyor belt right now. They're going to be in the team next game. You're out.
Yes.
See them change. And they say they're the future. Those guys over there, you see Harry Amas, Luke Shaw, he's the future. You better start playing. You know what I mean? They need to do things like that. So rather than just like, you know, I can't, you know what, in case it's too early, he's not strong enough, you know, he's positionally, he's not good and stuff. You know, we got to stop that mentality. We're going to say, listen, we've got these players here. They're champions as well in the league, in the youth team. Yeah, they're coming through. That's what we need to do. But we got this mentality now, like this undroppable mentality within our squad. And you know what, we got player FC as well, you know, untouchable thing that we got going there. And this needs to change. It's a cultural thing that needs to change at a football club. That's why Roy Keane would have been a good person to bring back, as you know, like just there to be like a mentor or something. Do you know what I mean? Just to tell these guys.
I am dropping the
my bomb is too far. So far down my list. Like, there you go.
Don't worry, but I'm dropping it.
I don't bomb myself.
Hey, listen, no, that was fire. It's true. It needs to stop, though. It really does need to stop, man. Look, I'm not going to say I've not been guilty of, you know, creating division within this Man United fan base. You know, THPL and all that. But I will take accountability for my actions and say, you know what, this season we do need to move, Man United versus everything. Yeah, stop all of this division bullshit. All we want is the same thing: Man United to be great again. We want Mugger. We want Man United to be great again, fam. Yeah, this is what we need to be working for. Yeah, Man United must be on top, and if that means getting rid of the manager, getting rid of half of these players, whatever it means, whatever it takes, we must be on top again. Yeah, we must be the most hated and the most adored. Yeah, never ignored. Yeah, because every morning I wake up, I see Man United news. Why? Because we're that team, fam. We are that team. They ain't talking about Real Madrid. They ain't talking about Arsenal. They're talking about Man United. Every morning, every
going on, and it's all about Man United. The Premier League is being taken to court, and it's all about Man United. You know,
there we go.
It's crazy. Trust me, we should leave the league.
If we left the league, fam, there'd be nothing to talk about. They'll still be talking about Man United. They wouldn't talk about the Premier League anymore. They don't talk about Man United leaving the Premier League.
That's what we're saying. Yeah. They take us to court. They'll be sliming us every day. We'll become like bloody Iraq or something if we left the Premier League. We'll be like every week there'll be something bad about Man United. You know, all those Man United guys. You know what I mean? Left the Premier League. You know what I mean? What do you make of Michael Oliver though, bro? I mean, I don't want to say anything too sinister about this though, but he's correct.
Hey, Fix, what do you think? Fix, what do you think about Michael Oliver and that stinking decision he made for the penalty?
In fact, we need to observe that man. What his motives, you know. because I did not as a fact that thing is so annoying. That man is not capable of anything. He's not qualified for anything. Something you look at and you cannot even see. Guy, that guy is not a professional at all. Let me not curse him, but that guy is an awful decision. It's not even 50-50 self. It's not even 50. He shouldn't even call the referees to go and look at that the television. To be honest with you, I was so mad. Look at delete couldn't believe it. But it is what it is. All this is
even the referee said it's not a penalty, and the thing is because Michael Oliver is his superior, he felt obliged to give the penalty, and that's the thing. He was pressured into giving the penalty from his superiors, and that's where they went wrong. He was looking at over and over again. He didn't see the handball from Danny Ings during the actual movement. Danny Ings he went into the leg, he dived into the leg and he played for it. It's simple as that. Even the West Ham fans weren't applying for the penalty, shouting for the penalty. It was just Michael Oliver. And we know Michael Oliver don't want Man United. Michael Oliver referees in the UAE. You know what? He's refereed here in Abu Dhabi. He has connections with Abu Dhabi, right? And that means he has connections with Manchester City. And that is what we're saying. I actually think that Man City, they're not going to stop until Man United are cleared off the map. They want us out of the equation.
Bro, that decision
they will never achieve that. That will never happen in their whole lifetime.
Trust me, they want us out of the pit. They want one Manchester. They want Manchester FC. That's what they want. They don't want anything. They want Manchester FC. I mean, someone said it to me over here in UAE. They go, don't worry, there'll be no Manchester United. It's going to be Manchester FC.
We'll just be Manchester divided. We'll just stay Manchester divided, fam. But at the same time, I'll tell you what, you see, Man City, yeah? One thing they can never beat is us, innit, yeah? As much as they are winning, they're still the noisy neighbours and they hate it. No one cares about them. Who cares? It's crazy that we're in a period where there's a team dominating the league and no one gives a crap. Ain't that funny? Like, no one actually cares. And that's probably why Pepper's that hits as well. Why does no one care that we're winning? Why don't we fill our stadiums? Why is no one here? Yeah.
This is what it is. Hated, adored, never ignored, isn't it? That's what Man United have always been. They're always going to hate us no matter what. Are you jealous of us? And I don't understand where this jealousy comes from, because at the end of the day, like, none of these English teams believed in European football back in the 50s and stuff. Like, I hate to take it back, yeah, but we have to, because that's where we came from, yeah.
Heritage.
Like, the 1950s, no one believed in European football in England, apart from Man United, right? We're the pioneers of the Champions League in England because of us. They should be thanking us. There should be a day where there's a minute silence just for Manchester United. During the season, just one season is like a round of applause for Man United.
Appreciate what we've done for you, yeah? This is why they hate us, though, bro. That's why you don't realize, yeah? You don't understand why the hate is there, fam. The reason why they hate us so much is no matter what Man City does, they still are not as relevant as us. That's what I said to you. I wake up this morning, bare Man United news. I woke up yesterday morning, bare Man United news. There's a reason why Fabrizio Romano has to say Man United in every post he does, because it gets views, yeah? It's the end of the conversation, fam. Every newspaper must mention Man United. Why? Because they get sales, yeah? It's just that simple.
Romano, you see some of his tweets, right? You see, like, he has some tweets about other clubs, and then you see Man United, and it's just like 1.5 million interactions and stuff like that. The others are like a couple of thousand. It's bad, isn't it, man? Honestly, God, the way they are. We're just honestly, if we left the league right now, the league would crumble. That's the thing. I would love to see it. It would fold. It'd be like the money wouldn't come in the league.
Do you remember when Real Madrid tried to start the Super League and that, yeah?
Yeah.
If we tried to do that, the Premier League would cry. They would cry.
Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal should leave this Premier League, right? and leave leave them blue teams over there. You know, they want to unite Everton, Man City, Chelsea. They want to all unite together. Let them be. Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal. You know, we have a cut-off, and there'll be North again. Well, no, not North of itself, but it'd be two different leagues in England. You know what I mean? Of that elites and that elite. Be like America. You know what I mean? And so we have the Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, and then we have Chelsea, Man City, and Everton. You know what I mean? That's what we should do. Leave the bloody league. You know, I'm not for the Super League and stuff, but I understood why these teams want to do it now. You know, because when it comes to it, they're not unified. The league's not unified anyway. They don't care.
But bro, you know what? As it stands right now, yeah, I really don't hope a Super League happens. Yeah, because I'm not in it for this whole revenue thing. I'm not in it for more games because we'd have to get a bigger squad. Yeah, we'd have to get more players, more quality. We would not be concentrating on.
We'll get relegated, bro, at the moment.
Well,
we'll get relegated in that league.
Let's see what the new manager bounce does for us, because people keep advocating that we're not so much off the top four and all this crap. We're 6 points off the top four, 5 points off the bottom. Let's see which direction this manager takes us in.
Trust me, man. Brothers, I better be off, man. I've been over my time, but thanks for joining me, Joe, man. It's good to speak to you, man, for the first time.
No, 100%, bro. Please make sure you join me later as well, because Tuesday is Joe Day on KG's channel every week.
What time is KG? What time is his show on? Reckless Delegates, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll be running that around 10:30ish. Maybe 10:35 around that
UK
time. UK time.
All right, I'm gonna try and join in UK time. It's UK time, yeah.
UK time 10:30, as usual.
Okay.
I try to keep it as a buck as I can. Maybe 10:35 if anything needs to be prepared. But yeah, about 10:30.
No worries, brother. Thanks, man. I'll join in. Nice one. Guys, that's me for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Fix. Thank you, Joe Blackman, for chatting to me today. It's been a brilliant chat. It's been a brilliant show. Absolutely loved it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel at Stretford Post, guys. If you could do that. I'm about 500 away from 5,000 subscribers, guys. Let's build it up. Let's keep going, guys. And let's build the channel up. Don't forget to smash a like on your way in, on your way out. That'd be fantastic as well. And drop a comment and put your notifications on. That'd be brilliant, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sal Warner, and this is Stretford Post and Breaking Dawn. I'm back later on for Chatterbox, guys. 6 p.m. Middle Eastern time. Still 2 p.m. UK time, guys. So see you then, guys. Take it easy and have a good one. All the best. Peace.